I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Yup, yes sir.
Yeah.
Yes ma'am. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back to They Gave Us a Podcast. Today is Friday, May 19th, 2017. It's been a few weeks. I'm back in action. Sorry guys, I took a little hiatus. If you listen to my previous episodes, you should be used to me taking a brief hiatus here and there. Just taking care of my 1-year-old, man. 1-year-old, jeez. Taking care of my 1-month-old. He's seven weeks now. I think it's just necessary to keep track of his age by weeks for the moment. It's not like when he gets like to be 2 years old, I'm going to be like he's 140 weeks or whatever it is. I just like to use, it should be appropriate to use weeks until he hits like maybe like 3 months. And then after that, you just start using a month. But yeah, I've been taking care of his ass. Being a daddy, being a parent is super hard. I almost forgot how hard it is. But that's why I kind of fell off for a little bit. But I'm back, don't worry. I missed you guys. I hope you miss me. I'm not canceling the podcast. I'm still here. Just life gets in the way sometimes, no matter how much you love doing this. It's so convenient to do it that sometimes things you got going on outside of it get in the way. No fear. Yeah, man, being a parent is it's harder than I thought. I mean, I am a parent, obviously. I do have a 5-year-old daughter, but you forget how to be a parent. It's like riding a bike. I think that old saying is once you learn how to ride a bike, you never forget. Not for me. Not for me. It is tough, man. It's tough to get through his crying and everything. It's just bouts of fussiness. And I try to talk to him like he's a grown-up, like he's a grown-ass dude, but I still got to realize that he's 7 weeks and he's got a shit ton of growing to do. But it's rough. On another note, I begrudgingly, is that a word? Begrudgingly? Well, whatever that word is, I proposed to my girlfriend. So, round of applause, claps, thank you, appreciate it. Please leave tips. Yeah, I engaged to her. I proposed to her the other day. And I like to think of myself as a creative dude, like artsy, figuring shit out and figuring out different ways to do things and clever ways to do things. I like to think of myself as that. I don't think I'm that after a lot of the shit I try to do. Because when she has like a birthday or it's our anniversary or it's like a special occasion like Mother's Day, I'm lazy as fuck. So sometimes I don't want to put in the work. But above everything else, I'm cheap. Like, I'm frugal. So I hate to spend money. Especially if it's not on me. If it's on somebody else, I hate to spend money unless it's a necessity. So I always try to come up with clever ways to, like presents. Like, like making a clever pop-up card or, cooking a clever dinner or some shit like that. I always try to do things like that. So I was trying to find ways to propose to her. And guys, you should never do this. Never propose to whomever you're with. Just stay in a dating relationship. Forget the commitment of marriage. although things haven't changed much after the announcement, the engagement, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't regret doing it. I just know what lies ahead. It's like that journey of just endless marriage torture. I'm an optimist, as you can see. I'm an optimist. I got off track. What I did was, I didn't want it to be anything fancy or anything. You know, oh, let's go to dinner and dress up nice, and then, you know, as we walk out of the mall, I'll have a flash mob propose to you. None of that shit like that. That's for hipsters. Definitely out of my league, and I don't have the money to pay people to do that. So we just went to like our favorite pizza place. We both got a pizza pie, because we're fat fucks. And I took her to get ice cream. We went to our favorite ice cream spot. Got ice cream. I got like a shake, which she doesn't consider milkshakes to be ice cream. That's a different topic for a different episode. Came home and proposed to her. But the thing is, I couldn't make it as memorable, or maybe it was memorable, but I couldn't make it as romantic as I wanted to because, one, I'm not romantic, and two, our son was about to wake up from his sleep, from his nap, from his slumber. So I had to speed it up. I took a video of it, and it's so funny. I had to speed up the proposal, and so what I'm trying to say basically is she said yes. So I am engaged. That's awesome. And besides taking care of my son, life's been, man, it's been crazy. I got a new job, a new career, so I actually start that in about 2 weeks. So I go to work right now, my current job. I already gave him my 2 weeks, and I'm just completely checked out. I don't want to be there anymore. And every day I go in, I'm just like, what? Fire me. The fuck you gonna do? Fire me. It's like I'm leaving already, right? So if I call out, what you gonna do? Fire me? Write me up? Okay, write me up. I guess that write-up will stay in my file for when I never come back here. So excited about that. A lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on. I had sort of a thought today, and it was, I envy people who have. There goes that marble mouth. I am genuinely jealous of people and envious of people that have a passion, that have an actual passion, something that they love, something that they, breathe, eat, and sleep, breathe, sleep, and eat, or whatever. I'm jealous of people that have that. And the passion could be anything. It could be art. It could be, you can be a chef. It could be cooking. It could be, basketball, football, anything athletic. It could be anything. Being part of the law, I guess. Just a passion, something they wake up and they want to do, and it doesn't hurt to get paid for it. But I just feel like I don't have a passion. Yeah, I love podcasting. I love interaction. I love conversation. I love just talking shit sometimes, but who doesn't, right? Although I do love doing podcasts and I love talking shit and getting the word out and kind of just saying things that are on my mind, it's just sort of therapeutic for me in a sense, because I've been an introvert for 28 of my 33 years, of life. So I think I'm finally getting out just all the shit that I've been holding back for those 28 years. And I've recently just started, attempting to be an extrovert and actually do things and see people and leave the house. But I love podcasting, and I love talking and being active on social media, but it's not my passion, And that's not. I'm not saying that to turn you guys, the listeners, off in any way. I love doing this. I like doing this, but just a passion, I'm envious of that. Of just someone who is driven to do that one thing, you know? Artists, you know, musical artists are driven to pump out music and write and record, and athletes are just passionate and driven to work out and be the best. And I feel like I don't have that passion. I go to work, and this is like, what, a first world problem they call it. It's a first world problem because I do have a career and I go to work, you know, but just like everybody else. But I feel like I wish I had something that I lived for. Like, if you took that away, I couldn't live. And so if you do have that, hold on to it, man, and utilize it as best as you can, because a lot of people don't have that passion, and I try to find it. You know, I venture out and do different things, but I just, you know, I don't have a passion, and I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I'm dead inside. I don't know. Maybe it's like that, what do they call that shit? When you play a game, the video game, and the video game looks so real, except for like the characters' like eyes and like the way they talk, like their mouth movement. What do they call that? The uncanny valley, right? Uncanny valley. It's just like, maybe like I look great outside, but I'm just dead inside. So maybe that's why I'm like passionless. But yeah, that just came to my mind. I love to try different things, but I just wish I really had that one thing that nobody could fuck with me about. You know, and you couldn't tell me anything about it, because that's all I knew. So, anybody out there catching on to this whole men's romper thing? Yeah, what the fuck is that? First of all, I never knew what a romper was. I never knew the word existed. I knew it by like eyesight. So if I saw it on like a woman, I wouldn't know it's a romper. I just know what that outfit. I know the outfit. But when they said that dudes are starting to wear rompers, and then on like social media they had that little fun advertisement picture with 4 white guys and the black guy over in a corner standing there laughing, having a good time with rompers on. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, there's no way men should be wearing this shit, man. I'm sorry. Fucking hashtag whatever you want, man. Hashtag save our people. Hashtag fuck this generation. Hashtag whatever, man. Someone tried to tell me that the rompers were big for men anyway in the like early 80s. I was born in 83, so I obviously don't know, but I've in all my life, and I'm a nostalgic motherfucker, so I love like studying the 90s and studying the 80s. I've never heard anything about men wearing rompers ever. 2 days ago was the first time I've ever heard or seen this. So it is fucking news to me. This shit has to stop, man. This generation has to get better, and I don't know if I'm part of this if I'm a part of this generation. I don't even know what a generation is. I think it's like maybe an overused word, but this whole new hipster weirdo kind of act, you know, kids born in the 2000s or whatever, or late 90s. This shit, man, you guys are killing what we knew to be culture. I mean, God. If you want to wear like overalls, like a jumpsuit as a dude, wear overalls, wear a jumpsuit, man. Skinny jeans, I can understand. I hated it at first. I kind of jumped on the skinny jean bandwagon. I even got like what do they call them, joggers. I got like skinny joggers now. Like, I think the look is cool to wear skinny jeans, except if you're fat. If you're fat, don't wear skinny jeans. But rompers, really? First of all, like, you have to take it off to take a shit, right? Or does it have a zipper for you to piss? Or so if I'm out and about and shit, and there's like maybe a McDonald's, like, and I gotta like take a piss, do I have to take the whole thing off, or is that only for number 2 and it has a zipper for number 1? See, I'm confused, because if it's actually for women, then it wouldn't have a zipper for obvious reasons, right? So I don't understand. My old brain can't comprehend this new shit. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but wow, Rompers. Yeah, no, let's not talk about Rompers. And you know what actually kills me, man? A little bit off topic. You guys know I never have like straight facts, or I never get anybody's name right. But that cop in Tulsa, cop in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the white female cop that shot the black guy in the middle of the street or whatever. I don't know any of their names. I'm sorry. People always talk about being woke, right? Hashtag woke. Hashtag stay woke. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag they killing us. Hashtag they want us gone. Whatever hashtag you want to put to be trendy. While y'all are out there making memes about men wearing rompers, and although memes are funny, they are, but while y'all are out there doing that, y'all stay woke asses are oblivious to the fact that cop got off for killing that guy in the middle of the street. And I get this is nothing new, and I'm not like in all lives matter. I'm not a Black Lives Matter. I honestly don't care. I'm in the middle. It goes either way for me, but you all stay woke, right? And whitey want us gone and all this other crap. But yet you're stuck talking about men's rompers while that happened, and that's fine because it's cool. It's sometimes things get overlooked, and I get that. But for the people that want to be social justice warriors, you really should be paying attention to what you preach, right? So no more of the stay woke and I'm woke, because you're clearly not. You're a fake woke. Right? Let's get that out there. But like I said, that was completely off topic, and that was a rant, and I apologize. I at least try to make this podcast a little bit entertaining, and so I know when you get into things like politics and killing, it's not really fun to listen to. And I try my best. But so yeah, that men's rompers, you won't see me in one. Although I do like to kind of test the waters and kind of buy stuff that is not really trendy, I guess. I'm kind of like off to the side. I don't like to really go with the trendy shit. You will never see me in a romper. Men should not be in rompers at all. I mean, I honestly believe that men are the new women. You got these rappers now, and I don't really know their names, but maybe like Little Yachty, Little Yachi, Little Scratchy. I have no idea, honestly, what these rappers' names are, but, dressing up and wearing dresses, and I really don't understand where society has gone. But people are out there losing their fucking mind, and it's like the end of the world. It's like the gods must be crazy. It's an old ass movie. Has nothing to do with any of this that's going on, but I just feel like that phrase just sums up today's society. But men are the new women, dressing up like women, and I don't know if it's women emasculating us, or if it's men that are just getting softer on their own. I have no clue, but it's just weird. If you're a guy out there thinking about getting rompers, don't do it. Stop right now. Turn around. Go home. Spend your money on a nice pair of sneakers. Spend your money on a cheap pair of sneakers. Take your girl out. Go finally buy your baby some diapers, because you probably don't do shit for them. Do something. Anything other than buy a romper. Speaking of sneakers, I know I've been out for like maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, but in between that time, LaVar Ball dropped the ZO2s, which are shit sneakers. I mean, they are Kobe's. They're basically Kobe sneakers with a little bit of an upgrade. They are. It is. Those sneakers are horrible, but That's not even the worst part. The worst part is those sneakers are $495. Nah, they're not a pair of Jordans. They're not retro Jordans. They're not a pair of Nikes. They're not a top-notch New Balance, 991s, 992s. If you don't know what the New Balance 991s and 992s are, you should check those out. One of the best sneakers ever. They're not the Back to the Future Nike sneakers where they zip themselves up. Nah, these are just basic-ass sneakers that come in a glass case with a blue light. And they're $495. So LaVar Ball basically is the outspoken father of Lonzo Ball, who is currently in college. He plays basketball for UCLA, and he's going to get drafted at least in the top 2 picks in the NBA in a few months. So he's the outspoken father, and he says all this shit about his son being great, and about LaVar Ball himself being better than Jordan was, which is completely bullshit. You know what? I'm not knocking his hustle. I would never knock anybody's hustle who wants to start their own business and start their own brand and company and make their own money and create their own wealth. I would never knock anyone for doing that. The problem is generally when basketball sneakers are made they're made for people to purchase, yes. But in a sense, they're also made for kids that look up to these basketball players. You know what? I'm not going to say that. When basketball sneakers are made, of course they're made for companies to make money, but at the same time, you actually want people to buy them, right? And this guy, he comes out with a sneaker that's $495. And so people say, I've spoken to, white and black people about this, but the black people say, oh, he's starting something for the black people, You support him, but you criticize Michael Jordan because people are getting killed over buying Jordan sneakers, right? Jordan sneakers are $200, easy. People wait outside Foot Locker and other sneaker stores to buy these sneakers. They stand online, they go in, they buy a sneaker, they come out, they get robbed, right? So you blame Jordan for doing that, and you support LaVar Ball. But why? Because he's black? Okay. I can understand that. Support black-owned business is cool. But he's not marketing the shoe to you. You don't have $495 to pay for a pair of sneakers. He's marketing the shoe to people who can actually afford it, right? And I know it sounds jumbled. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me that people I'm not mad at his hustle. I'm mad at the people that support his hustle, if that makes sense. And I'm not a hater. I just feel that $400 and basically $500 for a pair of sneakers that, one, are shit, and two, your son hasn't even stepped foot in the NBA yet, and you already have a pair of $500 sneakers. I mean, come on, let's be real. And people are saying he's working against the big companies like Nike and Reeboks. You're not gonna take down Nike and Reeboks, and this is not a movement that other people are gonna do. People are always going to flock to these big brand companies, and that's not saying that you can't have your own brand, but just don't expect to push these guys to the side because you come out with one shitty shoe. It just doesn't work that way. Keep doing your thing, LaVar Ball. Keep doing your thing, Lonzo. Hope you get drafted. I hope you don't get drafted to my Knicks, who unfortunately have the 8th or 9th pick. Dumbasses. But I will not buy your sneaker. Now those sandals, he came out with some slippers that actually look dope, but I think the slippers are like $250. I'm not, what world is this guy living in where somebody who isn't rich is gonna pay $250 for a pair of slippers, not even some dope Jordans? Yeah, no, off that. My New York Knicks have the 8th pick. I think it's the 8th or 9th pick. I think it's the 8th, which is so lame because if they would have just lost at least like 4 to 5 more games at the end of the season, we could have been in the top 5. And not to mention a guy that I think Phil Jackson is going after is like some Italian dude. Like, come on with this already. Knicks, We seen what happened when we drafted Danilo Gallinari when Don Nelson was here. Like, come on, I'm not Don Nelson. When shit, I can't remember the guy's name. But when the other GM from Indiana was here, come on, it just this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Carmelo's my man. We need to get rid of Melo. Unfortunately, I want him to win a ring so bad. So if we can ship him off to the team he'd actually like to go to that has a high pick, we can ship him off with our 8th or 9th pick. Maybe we can get a high pick, and then we can build through there. But I just don't want Phil Jackson to think all of a sudden that he's some genius because he luckily got Porzingis. And now he wants to kind of do it again and see if lightning can strike twice. I just don't approve of that. I actually think I can run the team better than Phil Jackson. like seriously, I'm acting like this is NBA 2K17 and shit, where I just go on and create a championship team out of nothing. I understand it's hard to do, but this guy's supposed to be a professional. He's supposed to know what he's doing. Last thing he should be doing is what he's doing right now. But he fucked up my Knicks, even though they've already been fucked up. So he's got another couple years on his contract. We're stuck with him, unfortunately. That's the way it goes. Also a New York Jets fan. They're not going anywhere this year either. So my year is shaping up to be shit. But, hey, at least I got engaged and got a kid, right? I mean, I got something out of it. Hey, maybe I found my passion, right? My passion is having kids. So, as a black man, maybe I should just keep having more black kids with more white women and just become a statistic. Oh, man. It feels so good to be back and freaking talk, man. If I'm talking so fast, I always say this, if I come back from a hiatus and I'm just talking fast, it's just because I got so much shit on my mind. I'm just trying to ramble it off. The one thing I actually did notice though is when I proposed to my girl, and like I said, we were in a rush to get the proposal out, but when I proposed to her, she didn't even cry. And which is weird because when we argue and shit, she cries. And when she's watching Grey's Anatomy, she cries. And when my daughter's mother gave her a present for Mother's Day, because she was an expected mother, she cried. So I'm like, cool. This shit gonna go down. She gonna cry. I'm good. We're gonna have great sex. Nope. She didn't cry. I don't understand. That's a life-changing moment. And she just kind of laughed at me, which is weird. So it kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so did she reluctantly say yes? Did she actually mean it? Am I a fuck up? Did I do this wrong? Did I not do enough? Woman, it's like that. Woman will have you questioning everything for the rest of your life. That saying is when people in a relationship argue, there's always... No, what was it? When two people are in a relationship and they argue, there's always... No, one's always right and the other is the man. So it's she's going to this is just going to be it for the rest of my life. I got to deal with it. That's what happens when you take the leap or the plunge, as they say. Now she's the old ball and chain. But yeah, she didn't even cry. TV shows, movies, you guys fucking lied to me. All you writers out there, you lied to me. I thought she was going to cry and she didn't. And I feel like shit for proposing. I actually want to take the ring back and just be let's just call this a truce. We're just together, we're domestic partners. At some point, common law marriage will come into effect after we've been together for so long. I don't even know what that is. I think it's 7 years or some shit. I don't know. Maybe it's not is common law marriage, is that still a thing? Or is it legal in New York? Is it a law or something? Or maybe it's just in the down south places, and I'm not good with geography, so I don't know what down south is. Besides Florida, I don't know what down south is. So, in Virginia, maybe? Is Virginia down south? I don't know. But yeah, fucking actors and everything, you lied to me. She didn't cry for shit. I'm upset about that. Makes me want to go and just annul this whole engagement. Fuck it, I can't do that. But no, man, life's good. Life's good. Like I said, change of job. Everything's going great. I really always appreciate you guys listening in. It's great to get things off my chest. It's great to talk to you guys. Still looking for a couple of guests. If you want to be on the podcast, please email me at theygaveusapodcast@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter at any time at THYGVA podcast. You can also always hit me up on IG or Facebook, which is the same name of the podcast. They Gave Us a Podcast. I'm always up for talking, always up for having a conversation, answering questions. You guys are awesome. You help me by listening, and I see your listens and your downloads. You also help me by just sort of interacting with the show. So if you can do that, that'll be awesome. If not, I understand. You'll just wait for me to put out another episode, and you'll hear me blabble. Blabble. Is blabble? Blabble's not a word. I really don't know much. I'm always asking you guys what words make sense. Babble. That's what I meant to say. Babble. All right. It's a pretty short episode, but this was great. Thanks for joining me, guys. Again, this is They Gave Us a Podcast. I think it's episode 14. I didn't say that at the beginning because I'm scatterbrained. But yeah, love you guys. Peace.